So yesterday on the channel, we were able to unbox my wife's new laptop. She got a Samsung Galaxy Book 2 Pro 360. If you're at all interested, go ahead and head over and take a look at that video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the accompanying Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra that I got for her. This is part of Samsung's Galaxy environment. I personally am in the Apple environment, but my wife is in the Samsung environment, and we're hoping that all of these devices will work really well together. And all in all, they're a little bit expensive, but between the phone and the laptop was right around $3,000, which is really not that bad when you think about how much bang for the buck you're getting with these devices. So let's go ahead and get into this guy and see how it looks, see how it stands up compared to her old Samsung S10 5G model. It's about 2.5 years old at this point, and then see how it will accompany her new laptop. So just like the Galaxy Book 2, the S22 Ultra comes in a nice, clean looking box. Once again, because this does match the Galaxy Book, this is the Burgundy edition, which is the limited edition color that only comes in the Ultra variant. And so they have a nice burgundy S on the box. One thing that Samsung and Apple both have done is they've stopped wrapping their boxes in the plastic in order to cut back on the waste material and cut back on plastics, trying to be more environmentally friendly. One thing that would be nice to see if they both did is that by allowing for future upgrades or trade-ins and get some better policies on that, would drastically reduce the actual waste of the machines themselves, keeping them out of landfills. But they're at least making a step forward in the right direction to reducing plastic from ending up in landfills and, in this country at least, eventually ending up in the ocean. So let's get this open, take a look at what's inside. Oh. SIM key and the charger. Actually, this did not even come with a power brick, so that's kind of interesting. Has the USB-C cable. I'm not even sure if that's a Thunderbolt cable or not, if it's just a plain USB-C. But you'd think with an over $1,300 phone that they'd have a really nice power brick like the Galaxy Book 2 did. Obviously it's a laptop, but yeah, there's not a power adapter in here. That's weird, and quite frankly not a huge fan of that. As far as the phone itself goes, kind of block off the labeling on the back here. The phone, nice, sturdy, it's rather large. You know, what do you expect out of the new S22 line? This does remind me more of the Note series than it does the regular Galaxy series. But we'll go ahead and bring the Galaxy Book back in over here so you can see the colors matching up there. Oh, and I guess it doesn't matter if that's uncovered or not. There's nothing on there that really matters. And then I'll bring this in, which is the color matching band for the Galaxy Watch as well. I haven't got that set up yet, but obviously you'll be able to tell that my wife will have the matching watch, phone, and computer. And I'll unbox here shortly, but I also picked up this handy case to be able to keep the phone protected, but still have the color show through. And you might as well just go ahead and open this up right now. If this will open up nicely. But one of the features, aside from being clear, that was really nice with this stand, is it actually has a built-in metal kickstand here. So you can once I get the tape off, you can stand the phone up in multiple different directions and still have the nice burgundy color showing through. So I'm sure it's a feature that my wife will really enjoy, being able to show off. Obviously, guys enjoy that stuff too, but I know girls are really like that feature a lot more. It does have the built-in S Pen slot. One thing that I will point out here, while we have this out, is the difference in size between the two S Pens. The one in the phone is, I don't know if it's even a quarter as thick, and maybe 3/4 as long. So the one for the Galaxy Book computer feels like an actual pen. It's a really nice size. It's a really nice fit. Still has the buttons, has everything in there. The one from the phone is drastically smaller. I mean, obviously you could still use it, but at least for someone who has hands the size of mine, this feels like it would not be very comfortable to use all day long. But it's still kind of neat to have it in the phone, and I'm sure my wife won't mind the size one bit. So we'll go ahead, we'll get this fired up, and we'll take a look at how the screen is on this and see how it compares to the Galaxy Book. Obviously in the phones, generally they have a lot better displays. I think that these both have OLED, so I'm sure that's going to be amazing. One thing I will point out with the S22 Ultra is this does have the new camera array in there. I believe this is up to a 48 megapixel camera, which is the best camera array in a smartphone on the market right now. So it'll be interesting to take some pictures and videos with this and see how it compares to the iPhones, and probably try and steal this a couple of times here and there and make some videos on this. So we'll get this fired up and see how it goes. So just to do a quick illustration now that we got the case set up on this thing. Fairly sturdy case, has a little bit of flex just to get it on and off. Went on pretty simple. You can still see that nice burgundy color through it. And now when we open the kickstand, you can either have it standing up if you want to watch something in portrait mode. You can angle it down for landscape, which would be really nice for viewing angles. Still has cutouts up top for the cameras. Has nice solid buttons for everything. Cutouts for the speakers, and this case is even nice and has the cutout for the S Pen. So you can still pull the S Pen out and get it in and out fairly easily, even with the case. So all in all, first impressions are this is a really nice case, and would recommend it for anyone who is picking up the new S22 Ultra. I am pretty sure they also have this case for the regular S22 phones, but obviously we don't have one of those here. So we managed to go through and get the new S22 Ultra all set up. One thing that we did notice in comparison to my wife's old phone, which was the S10 5G, the S22 is just a hair bigger in kind of every dimension. We're talking like millimeters larger. The only real difference that we noticed is that the camera protrusion on the back is a little bit bigger on this phone, a lot bigger cameras. But in a case, that doesn't really matter. The other nice thing that we noticed was that the bezels aren't as prominent. They don't curve off the edge quite as severely. I mean, it's a very minute detail, but for her ease of use, being able to swipe back and forth, especially in the case, it's not kind of falling into a gap there. The other thing that she noticed that was a really kind of nice feature while getting this all set up was that the all of her apps transferred over, which you'd expect, but everything went to the exact same location she had it on the other phone. So it took a little bit longer probably for everything to transfer, but it meant that once it was transferred, it was set up and ready to hit the ground running. So we'll go ahead, I'm going to throw a video up here real quick. on both of these, so you can kind of see the difference in the screen resolution. As I was turning this around, it kind of changed stuff. But there's an HDR video that Samsung uses for its TV displays at Best Buy or somewhere like that. So we're going to throw that on here just so we can see that HDR contrast and then kind of do a quick comparison between the two and see how that goes. So let's get these playing and we'll go from there. So we got the videos ready to play. One of the differences that we did notice while getting this set up was that the volume controls got moved from on the S10 on the left side over to the right side on the S22 Ultra. Small difference, but something that we feel would be worth pointing out. So I'll go ahead and start both of these and see the difference in the video quality. So let's kind of starting this off. There's not a massive difference in quality. If we had the lights turned down, maybe be a little bit more severe. The S22 does have a little bit of a darker dark and brighter bright, so you get a little bit of a better contrast ratio in there. Like I said, it's not a huge difference, but it is a little bit of a noticeable difference. One thing while this is playing, we'll kind of check the audio on here. So I'll go ahead and play the audio on the 5G. And then we'll turn it on the 20, 22. Oops, see, I went for the wrong side. So one thing that I noticed kind of right off the bat with it was that especially at those really high notes, the S10 is a little bit more shrill when it hits those high notes. The S22 manages to hit those high notes while still having a nice crisp note. So if you're going to be listening to music or probably even on phone calls, that is a difference that's probably going to be really nice. This has really nice clear speakers on it, and it does have that really nice display. So, all in all, a really nice improvement. You can kind of take a look at the back on here. Once again, you can kind of see the difference in those cameras, that this is definitely going to be nicer for taking videos, taking pictures, and trying to save all those memories that you may want to save. So, all in all, really impressive phone. We'll just have to kind of see how everything goes going forward with it. But for now, this should be pretty well, I don't like that. But all in all, we're both thoroughly impressed with this new phone. And I know my wife is definitely excited to try it out. And she's definitely excited the fact that she can go to work tomorrow and show off that all of her stuff is nice and color matching. So kudos to Samsung. Stay tuned as time goes on, and we'll give some kind of updated reviews, probably at kind of varying intervals, to show how she likes using these and see what kind of torture test I can put them through. Thanks again for coming and taking a look at this video. Hope to see you back again later. If you enjoy the video, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It really helped me out. If you didn't like the video, hit the subscribe button anyways, and then tell me what I can do to make it better for next time. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.